Poison is packed with secrets, suspense, and sizzling romance between a good girl and 3 bad boys. Join me in this spicy, why choose, reverse harem romance filled with bad boys, blackmail, and darkness. We hope you enjoy!
Chapter 17. Imani. "Those boys didn't bother you, did they?" Mom asked over the phone, worry laced in her voice. She had asked me the same question about 15 times since she had seen me walk out of the restroom after Landon, Joao, and Kai did. I'd had to leave the freaking house because she was aggravating me so much. If I blew up at her, she'd tighten her hold on me even more. I already felt like I was suffocating. So, instead, I tapped my fingers on the steering wheel of my car, parked in the center of the Redwood slums, and stared at the run-down house, which belonged to Landon. It had taken hours to figure out where that boy lived, but I needed to talk to him. No, they didn't. Lie. "Are you sure? I have never seen them on our side of town before." Light flooded out through one of the second-story windows, shouting, drifting through the broken glass. I gnawed on the inside of my cheek. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to barge right in and demand answers that I had wondered about all day. "Sweetheart?" Mom said. "Yes, I'm sure, Mom." "Weren't they those poison boys who are always getting arrested?" Biting my tongue, quite literally, until I drew blood, I held back my groan. This was my life, non-fucking stop, and if those boys had made it any more obvious, I would have been grounded for the rest of my frickin' high school career. Maybe even longer. "I'm not sure, Mom." My answers were short because I wanted her to just drop it. When a younger woman appeared near the window, I tensed and tightened my grip on the phone. Screw driving away. Sure, this woman might have been Landon's sister, but I thought that he was an only child. At least, that was what he'd told me on one of our mini video calls. But then, who the hell was she? "I think." "Just pulled up to Allie's house," I said to Mom, needing to shut the phone off ASAP. "We're going to be doing our nails and having a girls' night. She needs it. Her stepbrother is being annoying again. I'll let her know that you said hello." Mom cleared her throat and sighed. "Okay, sweetie. Stay safe. I love you." "I love you too, Mom. Good night." With that, I hung up the phone and looked back up into the house. The woman disappeared from the window, and I found myself stepping out of the car without a plan, and for some damn reason, without a single clear thought in my head. I wanted to talk to Landon, and I might have wanted to check up on him too, see who he was hanging out with tonight. On my way to their front door, my phone buzzed. "Allie. My mom is... Allie. So freaking annoying. Allie. She left me with Jace for the next 2 weeks. Allie. Can I stay over at your house? Please. I'll literally pay you. Allie. Please, I can't be with Jace. He's the most annoying prick I've ever met." While I wanted to answer her right away, I wanted my answers first. I stuffed my phone into my purse and knocked on Landon's front door, hands balled into tight fists and heart pounding. A girl like me should never even set foot on the bad side of town, never mind show up at someone's door, angry. But I didn't care anymore. Poison had shown up unannounced at my dinner. When nobody answered, I knocked again and tapped my shoe on the cracked pavement. "Where the hell is he?" I muttered, debating on shouting his name so he could hear me through that open window. Joao pulled up behind my car, almost immediately shutting off his car and rushing over to me. He grabbed my wrist and tried to pull me away. "What the fuck are you doing here, Imani? You can't just show up at Landon's place." He nervously looked behind me at the front door. "Come on." Before we could get anywhere, the front door swung open, and a man swayed in its place, with a can in his hand and the stench of beer coming off him in waves. "Who the fuck are you?" Joao grabbed me forcefully and shoved me back. "Nobody, sir. She's lost." "You know whose door you're knocking on, girl? A girl like you shouldn't be in these streets." He pushed open the torn screen door and stepped out of the house, stumbling and waving his can at me. You show up to the wrong person's door and bad fucking things happen. Joao cursed under his breath, pushing me farther behind him. She's leaving now. After crushing the can in his fist, the man tossed it onto the lawn and pointed a finger at me. You look like my son's age. Are you the whore my son's been hanging out with all hours of the night? He doesn't even spend fucking time with us anymore. He's up all night on that phone of his doing who knows fucking what. The blood drained from my cheeks, my heart racing at how quickly he was approaching us. I grabbed onto Joao's bicep and sucked in a sharp breath. Joao, I whispered. Is he going to hurt me? Landon, the man shouted. Get your ass out here. A moment later, Landon stepped out of the door. What are you? He stopped when he saw me, his eyes widening. And then he looked at his father and stepped between Joao and me and his dad. Joao mumbled, I'm out, and shook his head, heading to the back of his house. Your whore is here, Landon's father said. Something in Landon snapped, jaw twitching. She's not a whore. For a second, Landon's father seemed as if he was going to snap too. But then, that woman caught his eye in the upstairs window, and he kicked the can of beer into the road and walked back into the house, mumbling something to himself. As soon as he shut the door behind him, Landon grabbed me by the upper arm and hurried to the back, dragging me along with him. Are you crazy, Amani? You can't come here and knock on my parents' front door. What the fuck are you doing here anyway? When we approached the back door, I dug my feet into the dirt and ripped myself away from him. I came here to see you. We need to talk. I need answers. Landon clenched his jaw, nostrils flaring. A strong fall breeze blew his hair into his face. What kind of answers are you willing to get killed for? A girl like you shouldn't be on the bad side of Redwood. Something might happen. I rolled my eyes. It's not like you really care about that, is it? Of course I care, he snapped. Almost as quickly as the words had come out of his mouth, he smacked his full lips closed. The anger dropped from his face, cheeks paling. A couple moments of silence passed between us, the air thick with tension. He kicked his filthy white shoes against the dirt. I didn't mean it like that, he said, but he couldn't look me in the eye. I just don't want to clean up your guts from my front lawn, if something happens. Gee, thanks. Suddenly, he turned away from me and pulled out a cigarette. Now, what do you want? I stood completely still, watching the way the fire from his lighter glimmered in his pale eyes, and felt a warmth in my chest. A warmth that I didn't like in the slightest because Landon wasn't someone any girl dated. He was someone to sleep with and then forget. At least, that was how I had seen him for years at Redwood. Until now. What? I'm sorry, Landon said, taking the cigarette out of his mouth and staring at the lit end. My eyes widened. Never in a million years did I think I'd hear an apology come out of this boy's mouth. All he ever did was slam his fists into things and faces, like hurting people was all he knew how to do. We were never exclusive online, Landon. You shouldn't have done what you did to me. It hurt me. I stared at his back, realizing that he wasn't about to turn around and face me. It was like he couldn't. Still, even if we weren't exclusive, I haven't talked to anyone else in a couple months. I shook my head, hating that I was justifying my actions, and pushed back my shoulders to stand tall even though I was crumpling on the inside. Why did you do it? He didn't say anything, so I stepped closer. Why, Landon? Tell me. Still, nothing. Give me something! I shouted, the anger boiling inside of me. I didn't know why I needed an answer this badly, but I did. Anything. Instead of saying anything to me, he smashed the cigarette between his thumb and index finger and flicked it away, jaw clenched and breaths harsh. Then, he opened the back door and walked down the cement stairs to a basement, leaving me simmering in fury. This has been Poison, written by Amelia Rose. Narrated by Audrey O'Bain, Vels Library, Hector Carrillo, and Zach Bostrom. Copyright 2022 by Amelia Rose. Production copyright by Amelia Rose. Thank you for listening.